What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode and edition of the Chop Sports Fight Factory right here on Premier Plus and, of course, the Premier YouTube channel, Premier Podcast Network. It is your host, Dave Sturchio, Tommy D, and back at Chop Studios right now live is Chris Payne. Me and Tommy, however, live in Times Square as we are trying to ring in the new year. People are already starting to file in already. I got this guy over here, just I don't know why he's here, and he's been here forever. But there's Tommy.
Oh, look, a protest.
Pandemonium. There's a protest in the middle of the street. Not sure why, but does anybody actually ever know why there's a protest?
Welcome to Dick Clark's Rockin' New Year's Eve.
Hope everybody's doing well out there.
Somebody get the Crayola people.
We're being powered by Absolute Eyewear, of course, sponsoring the Pain Cam. That's over there at Chop Studios. And, of course, none other than Dudes Gourmet. They've been good to us all year. We're going to talk to them about the new year, coming back in as a sponsor in the new year. And, of course, the Richard Lucas Chevrolet and Subaru
He's
Studio.
kind of mad at me right now.
Who's mad at who?
Tom's mad at me.
Why
right
is
now.
that? Because you haven't promoted anything yet?
I never shot the promo for him
Because you
yet.
suck, dude. You're here all the time. You do the wrestling hour stuff. So why don't you just say, hey, in addition to this, I got to do something real quick. Simple. What? What do you?
You're trying to throw me under the bus.
I'm throwing your ass
do we have to get,
right under the bus.
How fast do we have to get in and out of here when we do the wrestling hour stuff?
Pretty fast.
Okay.
Because I I don't even know if your contract's gonna renew. It's a big
Whose contract?
technicality at this point. But hope
Whose
everybody enjoyed
contract?
this guy's contract.
I think I just found out that I was being fired.
Live on the air.
You've been working for
Payne,
free.
is everything going okay over there at the studio? I know it's just you got the new sign up.
Dave, I can't really hear. There's a lot going on out in the street over there.
First of all,
I think
it would
Tommy's
be
got hit with a flag.
It would be the other way around. I would
be,
think
right?
it would be nice and calm at Chop Studios and a ruckus behind me and Tommy. But
You
anyway,
would think
welcome
that he
back,
would be
Payne.
here, but in typical Payne fashion.
No, listen,
not.
I just want to thank everybody out there who saw the missing person sign and contacted the local authorities to find out where exactly Chris Payne was, and now he's back in studio, so we're good to go. Specifically for this end-of-year episode, last year's end-of-year episode, we made a lot of cool predictions, gave out some Fight Factory awards. We're going to do that same thing this year. We also have Shay, who was supposed to join us. We had to make a couple schedule adjustments, so thank the guys for adjusting to their schedules. I got something to do.
Still waiting to give away that Funko Pop. If anybody wants to answer the question, I'll take a simple yes or no at this point.
Actually, it looks great in my office, so I'm hoping to just leave it
at home.
What are you doing, Celebrity Jeopardy?
I have
just write anything. Doesn't matter.
I'll take the rapist for 20. That's therapist.
I'll take S words for 400.
Look tits now. Your mother, Trebek.
Your mother's a whore, Trebek. Anyway, if everybody understands that, then you're laughing with us. If you don't, then you're probably like, how much cocaine are they all on? But
Not enough.
Not enough, exactly. Not enough the boog shug for the year. But I hope everybody had a great
Can't wait to do boog shug.
a great Christmas, a great Hanukkah, a great Kwanzaa, all the things you celebrate during the holidays. There's one more, and it's called New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, all that good shit, where there will be plenty of football.
Wasted holiday.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not a New Year's Eve guy?
That and Thanksgiving.
Hey, whoa,
What? Whoa, you anti-American son of a bitch.
I'm not anti-American, okay? Give them their land back. Listen.
Canceled. Yeah.
No, it's just no.
It's the Washington Redskins forever.
For me, it's different. Like my grandparents they're all dead now.
Okay.
Everyone used to go to my grandparents' house.
All right.
Like everybody, not just my side of the family.
But it's called
it was
keeping
aunts.
the traditions alive.
You ain't
no?
keeping
No,
the
but it was
traditions alive
Unlike
these
your
days.
grandparents. I mean, look, all my grandparents are dead too. So
Hold on.
Except for one in Colorado.
The Indian reservation talk was too much, but my dead grandparents was okay. Okay, no problem. Anyway,
Chase is outside. His son, by the way, Chris Payne's son is outside the studio right now, hanging out. But he probably just heard that. He's like, "Why are they so mean?
why are they cursing at my father?
Why are they doing this?"
And who's Fat Tommy? No, but Thanksgiving doesn't mean like what it used to. Especially seeing as how there's so much that goes into why I don't like it. Like, in part of it's like you can buy everything online now. So when I was younger, my mom and I used to go to Toys R Us. I'd camp out at Toys R Us.
Oh, Black Friday?
5 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning. I'd be running up and down the aisle.
Yeah, you got to be a complete moron to do that now.
Yeah.
Well, there's nothing to do.
It's just like everybody outside behind us right now. Anybody who lines up on New Year's Eve, you're a putz.
Yeah.
There's no rhyme or reason. You got to like shit your pants. You got to like piss yourself.
Yeah, but back in the day,
hang out.
you couldn't order off of Toys R Us and get a $3 Candyland.
This is true.
You know what I mean?
So yeah,
like,
and that's the
huge
same way.
family, and I used to run. I enjoy it because I knew where everything was, And I'd be running circles around these adults with shopping carts and circulars out like
People
this.
are going to hate me for this. I'm about to admit to a crime. But when I was younger,
Let it go, Dave.
I would steal all the belts out of the figures. If the figure came with a belt, I would jack that belt and leave.
That's
Like,
a normal.
They
kid
always started
thing to
coming
do.
with belts like 10 years ago.
Well, then I did it 10 years ago.
They put you at
Anywho,
28.
But
a
anyway,
normal
yeah,
kid thing to
that's
do.
a
What the
confession, and now you can just take me to jail.
I stole a 2-pack of G.I. Joe back in the day.
You bastard.
My mother was like, "Oh, what are you gonna do now?"
Yeah, right. I'm going to join the military. That's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to become
And it was from
a cop.
Bradley's in Woodbridge.
Bradley's.
Oh, Bradley's.
Holy
Do
shit.
you remember G.I. Joes at all?
Yeah, of
Remember
course.
the 2-pack with like the snake man, like the guy had the tail?
Why not? Yeah.
It came in a 2-pack, and I took it out. And my mother's, I remember everything vividly when I was a kid.
So do I.
And she's kind of like, all right, well, what do we do now? And she just threw the box on the rack and kept the toys. And we went
amazing.
around.
And
I
now
got
those
super-
toys are worth $300
I
a
got
piece.
soft pretzels from the little concession stand
Son of a
before you
bitch. She
walked
didn't
out.
bring rivets.
No, he didn't.
Well, it doesn't matter. It would have to like teleport them because we're in New York City.
Yeah.
No, but seriously. So-
Don't forget to get your Planet Fitness hat.
oh God. First of all,
What a waste of money.
this guy over here lifts at Planet Fitness. So you and Rob Fury are the only people that think they actively lift and still go to a Planet Fitness to do so.
Well, why do you think I texted Rob 2.0 this morning?
2.0. Who's Rob 2.0? Him?
Rob 2.0.
Oh, Rob Fury 2.0. Brother.
Oh, no, totally different Rob, but hey, it works.
That's why I was confused. I'm like, wait a minute. I've been clean
man.
for 10 years now.
I was talking about,
man. Yo,
talking about
collecting
Fury.
my envelope from him was hilarious.
It was
Well, halfway through the last match.
Remember he skipped out the back door in 20.
That was at PWS.
PWS,
I'm sorry, not PWS. Broadway Rec Center.
Yeah, it was the next day. He's like, we're
In
gonna
the
run,
site?
brother. We're gonna run, brother. We're gonna run the next day after PWS. We're gonna get all those fans to come on back. Nobody came back. Nobody got paid. He skipped out the back door, and I was like, that son of a bitch. But again,
So
people
I
change.
I
People do.
for
You
my
can
envelope.
change.
I asked for my envelope like 3 times, and he didn't
Brother,
give it to me.
brother,
And it was midway through the last match, and I was like, Rob, where's my envelope? And he goes, I'm like, you better have something. He's like, yeah, I got something for you. And he goes in his belly bag and takes out my envelope of 20.
Here's $20. Don't spend it all in one place. Yeah. So anyway,
Wow, what an open.
yeah, that's a very long, hard opening there.
Closed, very
closed
hard
opening.
closed
A closed
opening.
opening. Anyway, we got some awards to
from
give
San
out. But first and
Francisco?
foremost, shout out to the WWE for absolutely jam-packing Madison Square Garden on Tuesday night
Dude,
for CM
biggest,
Punk's first match back in 10
Biggest live
years.
crowd ever.
Yeah.
Dude, it was a lot. There was promos cut. There was all sorts of.
Can I give you-
They treated it like a Raw almost. Really.
Can I get you guys? I can get heat on myself right now. So I had sweet seats.
You had what?
Sweet seats.
Did you go?
No,
Oh, well then I'm not. Then that's okay.
I didn't take up my aunt on her offer.
Are we
She
gonna
gets
go?
the
Are we
seats.
going to Dynamite? Is that a thing? Maybe.
So
Possibly?
as long as
All right.
yeah.
All right. Maybe the Fight Factory will be at Dynamite in January, which is a week away.
From my guy, who's a very reliable source, he helped us out big time at big event.
Yeah, for
Tommy.
Tommy to mark out and meet all of the superstars.
No, the guy's name is Tommy that owns the place.
Okay.
Yes.
So what's his last name? If you
Unger.
don't mind me asking.
Tommy Unger.
Tommy
He's the
Unger.
owner of Big Event New York. He runs all the.
They
Is he
just
related to
announced-
Felix?
What?
Is he related to Felix?
Unger. Oh
I
no.
don't know.
He
never
just
saw the
announced
Odd
the
Couple,
big the big get for the
I
big
didn't
event
know who
next
that
year. The big event next year just announced that they got Stacy Keibler
Yeah.
coming back.
There
She
was somebody
looks,
else,
by the
too.
way, Stacy Keibler, she don't age at
Tori
all.
Wilson's also going.
Jesus Christ. I mean, this is great.
Holla, if you hear me.
Scott Steiner going? Oh, that's right.
Steiner math.
The Steiner math. Yeah, so that'll be fun. But anyway, yeah.
What,
MSG,
what do you mean that'll be fun? It's not like you're going to go.
No,
if they
he's
get
gonna
tickets
give
to
you.
AEW on ringside seats, I'm
No,
going.
I'm talking about
The big event. He's going to give you instruction, and Shay's going to
No,
execute.
listen, the only reason why I couldn't go last time was because it was in Long Island and I didn't want to drive out there. Is it going to be in Long Island again?
I don't know.
No, I'm not going.
I got to check.
But anyway, I digress with all that. So yeah, shout out to WWE. Punk's back in the ring. I didn't really watch any highlights of it. I saw him
They
do
got
the
the whole 12-minute match on. It's on YouTube.
illegally.
Is it really illegal if they're recording it at a live event? It's
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
it is.
Literally says no
You ever
video
read the fine
recording.
print when the big thing comes up? Like,
It literally says no camcorders or video recording of any type. Like,
well, it's kind of hard when your phone is a fucking camcorder.
well, I understand that, but anybody who has like a red blinking light as they're
like my
doing it, I'm
dad's
like,
not
you're a
there with
moron.
the 88 JVC on his shoulder.
That's so good.
That box weighed 100 pounds.
I know. So before we get into all this,
Yeah,
Payne,
real quick. Chase, are you okay?
Yep.
All
There
right.
you go. Good, solid.
Sounded muffled. Is he tied up?
Yes, we tied him up. We figured the only way to constrain this kid is to tie him up.
And then put him in the bathroom.
Yep. And then, so I want to ask you, Payne, and I don't know if you saw it. You sent it to the Fight Factory Instagram. As we get in, because we're going to get into the biggest predictions of all time as we get, or the predictions for 2024. Any truth? Do you think there's any truth to that leak of on Reddit about the Royal Rumble?
I actually did.
No, I don't.
You saw it?
I don't believe that at all. Because they did the same thing last year.
Did they?
Some asshole
really?
makes it up, sends it out just to bait people.
There's been bait because a lot of it seemed all right.
It seems like
All right. So for
You're
anybody
not
who
gonna
hasn't
have
seen it
Cody
yet,
win twice.
you're right. Well, I don't know because again, he's entering the Royal Rumble. He wants to finish the story.
Yeah,
blah,
but it
blah,
doesn't
blah.
matter. Punk's gonna go against Rollins anyway. They're feuding right now.
Well aware, but you don't have to have him win the Rumble for that match to happen.
Listen.
Well, he has his
I
choice.
told you.
Now he has his match guaranteed. He can't have it. Rollins can't say no to a match.
Yeah.
So what now?
When you win the Royal Rumble, you guaranteed
No,
yourself.
no,
the
no. I
championship.
understand. Yeah, okay. Then I get that part. But
You know
like,
what I mean? You
Yeah.
don't deserve one. Get back in the line.
Oh yeah.
This is home. Everyone's
Right.
here
So
before you.
look, the script has it as Punk is going to win it. Cody's the runner-up. The women's, they have Sasha Banks returning to the WWE, which is probably a thing.
Dude, maybe I misread. I'll look at it again right now. I thought I saw Rhea Ripley's name on the men's side.
I did see that too. So she's going to be in the men's, and
That's
we've
something-
been
that's something that
we've
we've
been
been
saying
calling.
that. Yeah, we've been
We've been
saying that for a
calling it.
long time.
But I don't believe it because there is no way Triple H is going to let something like that get out.
Probably not. I would say that he's the only one. He's the gatekeeper
Well, they're not
of
gonna.
all this.
It's a month. No, it's not a month away. When is it?
It's a month away.
Okay,
really.
so yeah, they're not gonna execute verbatim what that thing says. So
Yeah, well,
Punk may very well be the winner.
I
and
also
then
saw-
LA Knight might be the runner-up.
I also saw a match that was announced on this thing.
Maybe they pull a Sid
Was there
Hogan
any?
Warrior.
You watched? There was nothing on SmackDown last week, right? Was there anything going on? Was it an actual show? It was.
was it?
Right?
I think it was
Or was it
Raw.
like a best of
What for?
Raw
What?
was a best of.
Raw was the best of. SmackDown was an actual show.
last week?
Yes.
Did
Was
pretty
there
well
any?
for-
Was there any inkling that there would be a Kevin Owens and Logan Paul feud? Because that was written on the thing.
So it's the United States Championship
Yeah, but I'm saying
tournament.
like,
He beat Carmelo Hayes.
oh, I'm an asshole. Okay, so he won the tournament, or he
Did
didn't
he
win
win the
yet?
tournament or he won that round?
I don't know. I thought for sure that the tournament wasn't over yet. This is what
I
I
don't
think.
think.
Shit.
No, I didn't think it was over yet.
I don't think it's over yet.
But he's in the finals.
Yeah,
so
and
he's probably
Logan
going to
Paul
win.
did like 2 promos at his house or whatever he is,
Talking about Kevin Owens.
talking shit about whoever.
Okay, all right. So that could be a thing. Anyway,
So I honestly
we
didn't
watch
pay
wrestling
attention-
here, folks.
yeah, I promise we all tune in every week.
I didn't pay attention too hard to that segment because I don't care for Kevin.
Okay.
And he's not good. It's not that. I just,
All right. So anyway,
not my cup of tea.
Raw and SmackDown in cruise control right now until the new year, where you have day one on Raw. The SmackDown thing is called what?
So
SmackDown.
You can talk about SmackDown.
No. I'm talking about just the next
SmackDown, Raw, SmackDown, and NXT. They're treating these first shows of the new year like a premium live event.
They are.
Like they're promoting it like that, which I mean, that's good.
Well, all right, Tommy. You have to understand something. AEW has been doing that all of last year. That they promote every single Dynamite with announced matches and entire lineups. So if you're about to credit WWE for doing this, you have to give it to the source.
Well, no, what I was-
AEW did it. AEW did
what
that.
I was going to say was,
Don't change what you were gonna
Don't.
say. Go on, parents, say what you want to say.
That's
if it
what-
wasn't what this was gonna be, then don't say it like that.
hey, listen,
Finish your
just
story.
work on growing that mustache, okay?
I don't know. We don't have
Bring the
enough
mic
show.
closer to your facha. by the
We
way.
don't have enough show. Okay.
If they're
we might
gonna
be
build
here
these
till
things-
2031.
If they're going to build these things like a premium live event,
Like
how
an
are you gonna
AEW?
follow it up?
Huh? How do you follow it up? You
Yeah.
just go back to normal.
That-
What? It's not going to fall flat. It's Raw. It's SmackDown. These event they draw ratings. They draw numbers. Guess what? WWE is about to come into their best part of their calendar year, considering football is about to be a non-factor on Mondays anymore. I know football has the wild card weekend, which is like the second week of
I
January.
know football ratings have been up this year.
Of course they are. It's football.
No,
They don't want to see the referees fix the games. Go ahead.
You ain't kidding on that.
Well, no, like the Christmas Day game was the
CD
Raiders.
Lamb really turned around. Hey, hold my jock.
Yeah, seriously. I
Raiders-
saw all of CD's nuts on that fucking
The
play.
they were
Raiders
huge.
Chiefs Christmas Day game was the highest rated Christmas Day game in, I think they said ever.
You know what? And that's not for nothing. And I know it's in a general sports show, but poor NBA. You used to own Christmas Day, and then the NFL was like, Hold my beer. We're about to put on a game real quick. Nobody's gonna watch your shit. Nick's won though.
But yeah,
Marv Albert, NFL with the step.
foul.
Yes.
so that's why with
it. Buckets.
with WWE doing their, like 1.4, 1.8 on Monday night with the NFL, which everybody's watching more of, it's pretty good.
Yeah,
Of
course.
And the Monday night shows haven't been that
Again,
crazy
they
stellar.
knew what they were up against. That's
Yeah.
why you don't go too nuts. But now they're about to head into WrestleMania season, man. This is when WWE picks up.
Dude,
so.
I'm you know me. I'm always hating on everything that I possibly can get my hands on.
Get out of here. Stop it.
I'm actually excited.
Yeah.
There's so much.
It's because of the rosters that they've compiled.
The roster is just like you
Every
had
segment is worth something.
You had 3
this point,
awesome
yeah.
comebacks.
Yeah.
2 on trend. Amazing. They look phenomenal. No pun intended.
AJ Styles.
I just if I have to give a knock, it's got to be like, what are you doing with the gear, man? Just come out with black on black. Don't
Who?
come out with black on black. Fucking Johnny Moxley,
Who?
AJ.
I love the look.
Yeah.
I see. You know me. I can't.
I know you're a
stand
gear
the
mark.
And
non-wrestler.
that's
look.
yeah, but that's how Punk came out for the premium live event, just black on black.
Yeah, but he
Black
had trunks.
No, but he had trunks. He had
Right.
gear.
He's talking about wrestling gear, whereas
Like,
all of a
I
sudden,
didn't- I didn't run down the
Styles
true
comes out in
value.
jeans and boots and like.
I didn't
Well,
run to
it was a
TJ
run.
Maxx. And
No, he fucking wrestled in the triple threat match. No,
Oh shit, that's right.
so or not triple threat. Yeah,
Yeah, it was a triple threat. No, it wasn't a triple
Did it
threat.
happen yet?
It was.
That's happening
no,
next week.
The triple threat,
But
was
he did have a
made.
match, and
he
it was-
wrestled solo,
Right.
And then it looked like a
That's
triple threat
right.
because then they beat the shit out of each other.
right. But
That's
but he
horribly.
did wrestle in the jeans. So if that's his new look, again,
I'm just excited.
He's the
because
only one
there's-
that can pull it off right
There's
now in
so
WWE,
much
so
going on right now. I
there
think
is.
the bloodline's at its end. Roman, if you've noticed, is starting to take a little bit more of like things into his own hands. Where
Ooh,
like
you
he's
know-
actually diving in the ring more and getting into fights as opposed to like getting in there.
no
and-
coward shit.
yeah.
So let's go over some of these. This is all produced by Shay. Which,
Thank you, Shay.
Shout out to Shay for putting up with me. And I say, hey, come up with 3 nominees for each thing, and come up with a top 10, moments of the year list, which we can kind of dissect a little bit. We'll start with that. We'll do 2023 best moments in pro wrestling, ranked by Shay. So I told her, you do your rankings, and we'll just kind of say like, no shot.
okay.
This should be higher. This should be lower. Blah blah blah.
No, that's actually really smart.
I like
that.
it. And it's funny. Her 10th one,
You already got a problem with it.
it should be number 1.
Oh,
That's how I'm
Lesnar
thinking.
related.
That's
What?
how.
Brock Lesnar
No,
related.
no. So anyway, here we go. We'll start at number 10. So this is setting the bar really high.
All right, so 10 to 1.
10 to
best
1.
moments.
Number 1 being the best, and number
Yep.
10 being the 10th best. We're not going to say the worst because it's one of the top 10. The number 10, which I think is number 1, is The Rock returning to SmackDown. After all these years of not hearing a peep out of The Rock coming back with McAfee in the ring with Austin Theory, you guys on board with?
David,
are you
that-
on board with a top 10 moment?
If that's how you start, slide the papers to Tommy and we'll talk.
I think that's.
Well, you don't think it's
I think it's good at number 10.
I think it's good at 10.
holy shit? You guys are nuts.
Bro, I
just feel like
completely,
The Rock coming-
forgot it happened.
Oh my god, really? See, that's crazy. All right.
But
anyway.
I've also
Because,
had 8
think about
concussions.
It was that one night and then
Same.
never again. Like you never saw him again. It was
That's how
one night
That's how
stand.
good it was. What do you guys think out there? Nothing. All right. The people are like shaking the cage, like, "Oh, my hat."
Oh, look, a pipe bomb.
We're not talking about CM Punk, ladies and gentlemen. All right, number 9. Moment of 2023 in pro wrestling. AEW signing Will Ospreay as a top moment of the year. And Payne, the crowd goes mild. So, remember, top 10. There's a million
I know
moments.
where you're going to go with this.
If you're a huge wrestling fan, and I mean a huge wrestling fan,
Like New
you
Japan.
want- so yeah, that's definitely a top 10 moment for you. Here's the issue: is it going to be a top 10 moment there? We don't really know.
Fine. Makes sense. Number 8. MJF defeats Kenny Omega to surpass as the longest reigning AEW champion in their 5-year, 6-year history as a number 8 moment of the year, according to Shay. Again, it's to me, I think a lot of the things that MJF did over the course of 2023 was gold. Him becoming the longest reigning champion of a company that's been around for just 5 years, I could do without it. I mean, I don't need this on a top 10 list. Again, bravo, great accomplishment. I think it's one of the best accomplishments
Here's the
in
bad
AEW
part.
history, but the history's not long enough for me to say It's huge.
And here's the bad part about this, and I don't even know if it's one of the things on her list. If it's going to be a top heel of 2023, you can't even call him that because he switched from heel to babyface.
Well, there is no top heel or babyface
So he
this award
switched
this year.
from a heel to Cody Rhodes. That's what he switched from.
Yeah, basically. Number 7, Rhea Ripley wins the Royal Rumble after entering first. So the number 1 entrant in the Women's Rumble, coast to coast, Michael style, wins the whole damn thing.
Has any other woman done that before?
I don't think so. I don't think so
So
at
then
all.
that's a top. If no other woman's done that before, that's a top 10 moment.
I like that.
You on that one? Okay.
Yeah, because I think Rhea's.
Because I think Tom is going to fucking
I think Rhea's hands
bust an
down
artery in
one of the
next
best women's wrestlers, like the best women's wrestler, in like.
There's a great shot actually this weekend when Dom was wrestling Punk. Rhea cold cocks CM Punk, then turns around and poses for the person with the camera.
That's pretty
That
funny.
was pretty good.
Number 6 moment of the year. Jack Perry uses real glass at All In against CM
That
Punk's
was a
advice,
rib. She put that in there, as
which
a
led
rib.
both men to getting suspended. Punk eventually getting fired. Is a top 10 moment in pro wrestling in 2023. Shay, I don't know if you're ribbing us on that one, but that was
a rib. Good one,
hilarious.
Shay.
I
That was
would
good.
put Jungle Boy being suspended indefinitely there.
It's going to turn out to be the devil, and we're all going to be pissed.
Hey, thanks for
God!
thanks for giving us your undivided fucking attention too, Payne. As you're sitting there on the phone, like
He's
really
just doing research, I guess.
Thank you.
Number
You're not doing any
5,
research.
Yes, I am. I'm wrestling. doing
Kevin
wrestling.
and Sami Zayn defeat the Usos for the Undisputed Tag Team Championship in the main event of WrestleMania. Remember, that was night 1's main event. I think
Yeah.
that definitely warrants a top moment of this year.
that was good.
The crowd went nuts. It was one
They
of those
didn't really
things.
do much with it afterward, but
They did not. But again, great. So, okay. This is where I think it gets really good. Number 4, Sammy turns on Roman at the Royal Rumble.
Oh,
Yes.
so I was gonna say,
Yes.
yeah, I
Yeah,
like
that's
that.
gotta
That was
be
sick.
yes.
And that's a 4 for her. I say it's well placed.
Yeah, it's a good spot.
because everybody thought they were going to turn on him.
Right.
Nobody anticipated him turning on Roman.
Correct. Number 3, Jey Uso becomes the first person to pin Roman in 3 years at Money in the Bank.
It's a big deal.
It is a huge deal, and the crowd went nuts about it, right? So I always think about it like, how did the crowd react? You know what I mean? Like, was it just one of the biggest pops you've ever heard? I think so.
Let's go off. I think one of the biggest pops ever, and I hate saying this because he's a piece of shit. Bad Bunny.
You know, Bad Bunny's not on this list, but
That
you're not wrong. That
There's
Puerto Rico
nothing-
match, man, against Damian Priest, bro.
When I Google like loudest pops, that's one that I always watch because when you can captivate a crowd like he did, like,
Yeah.
and I get it, it's not for wrestling, it's for.
Do you have a number 1 pop of all time in your mind? I'm biased, but like, do you have one?
not one that like legitimately.
For me, it's every time Stone Cold's glass broke.
Nah.
Yeah.
But there's got to be specific moments where it's the biggest one you've ever heard. To me, I think Lester's return against Cena after being away and returning for the first time, when that music hit, the people went bonkers between that and Chris Jericho's WWF debut. When that fucking his name flips
Yeah,
to
that
Jericho,
was
the
big.
fucking place goes
Yeah,
bonkers.
that was a huge one. I
That was
put
big.
that at top 5.
And The Rock. The Rock coming back here and The Rock being
The
announced
Rock
as the host.
when he came back to Brooklyn, when he did the skit backstage with Hunter when they would go and talk about who's going to go for dinner.
Yes.
that was
Yes, that
That,
was good
night,
too.
I was actually an extra that night, dude. I was in the building backstage.
Place
The,
shook.
the boys went nuts
That's pretty funny.
because no one backstage knew.
What, The Rock was there?
No, the guys did not know.
Really?
They were because we were all watching it in the green room, and they were just like, "Holy shit!"
That's great.
I actually
Whenever you can
remember,
pop the boys, that's probably
So wait, they even pumped the crowd noise into the green room? WWE?
Number 2. It's good. It's good for who he is and what he's done. Edge's debut at AEW, as far as a number 2 moment of the year.
So I would have put that in the top 10, probably more like 6 or 7.
Okay. But it definitely is. It's Edge. Nobody expected it. People were thinking he was retiring. All of a sudden, I lost my house over it. You know what I mean? Like, I bet my mortgage that this guy isn't coming to.
Like a lot of these things, like the returns would without a doubt be in a top 10 if it wasn't for the dirt sheets.
Of course.
Once you already have an idea, it's
Remember,
like,
there was a day back in the day, there was no spoilers. There were no dirt
Yeah.
sheets. You couldn't get any of this shit, and that was that. The number one moment, and everybody's probably already kind of predicted this if you're counting along.
Yep.
CM Punk returns to the
100%.
WWE.
That's
after.
huge.
I mean,
That's-
it's the
you don't
biggest
get-
thing you could possibly do as a company is bring back the guy that
I
you
can't believe
pretty
she didn't
much
have
wrote
Randy
off.
Orton's return in that top 10.
Who?
Randy Orton's return in that top 10.
Sure. Yeah, that's not a
I
bad
would
one
have
either.
replaced. I would have replaced one of those with.
I probably would have replaced
I
like
would've
signing
taken-
Ospreay or something like that.
Yeah.
And, put that in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, in any event, those are the
Because
top.
there's one that's not even in there that should have been in there over MJF's reign.
What's that?
Gunther's.
Very true. Not a bad. I mean, there's so many moments
Yeah.
in Gunther's reign.
But like another moment that stands out in my mind, we watched it together, was a moment was the double springboard Ricochet Logan Paul at the
Yeah.
at
Oh
Rumble.
shit. Yeah, you're right. That's true. Is it even safe to ask if we can be together for the Rumble, or is it just off?
We're far out.
Let's do it. Let's do it in weeks. All right.
Ask me 4 hours before.
I can't get rivets. All right, let's go with the awards. Right? I mean, they're going to get some hardware sent to them. Meaning, I'm not giving them shit. We're going to give you somebody's Planet Fitness hat as a fucking award.
What's with the Planet Fitness hat? I'm not understanding the joke.
Their sponsors.
They sponsor like all the
They
New Year's
sponsor-
Eve shit, and everybody gets a hat
okay.
and glasses, and
But-
but it says Planet Fitness all
But
over it.
think about
okay.
it. They give out beads. They give out hats, glasses. and
Fucking
it's
Mardi
like,
Gras.
I get it. They're made for dirt cheap, but when you make hundreds of thousands of them, like it adds up. It's
Right.
like, what a fucking waste of money.
Yeah,
That's
we
where all
don't
that
want-
$10 a month goes. You know what I mean?
We
But
only
then-
watched the last 10 seconds of the show and the fucking ball drops, and that's it.
Bro,
Yeah, I mean,
I
Dick Clark is on strings at this point, right? No, he's dead.
No, he's
right?
dead.
Yeah. He's like, I am. It's like they're doing
Bro,
I
no-
think he was dead the last 10 years that he was doing.
Have you
it.
seen Carson Daly lately?
Yeah.
My man looks like he ate Carson Daly. Like, what happened to him? He used to be like the skinny, like heartthrob, and now he's just fucking.
Dave, you're talking about 30 years ago.
Yeah.
I know, but still, like, I'm getting older. It's not means I'm not trying anymore. You know, like
You okay? Chase,
sure is.
who the hell is that?
There's another voice out there. That's Chris Gucci out there, other owner.
The
And now
perfect babysitter.
But yeah,
he's
dude,
fucking, he's tying him up right now. Like, shut the fuck up,
Dude,
kid.
I've been to so many because I work for it, and it's just
Mayhem.
It's
yeah,
just-
I couldn't.
No
You,
way.
you're like a caged animal. Like
Yeah.
if you pee and you have to pee and leave, like you're gone. You can't
Yeah.
go back to where you were.
So that's
You
why
got
people wear diapers. It's
bro,
disgusting.
if you want to make money, I'll get you in. Bring fucking 100, 200 pizzas and just walk around and sell them for $30, $40 a piece, and you'll make your money. People walk
I don't-
around with
I don't
dude.
deny
You get. I won't say who they are, illegals, walking around with crates of
I
hot
want the pizza. Anybody want the pizza?
hot cocoa.
Dollar bottles of water. Dollar bottles of water.
$5, $10 a pop
Which
for
I'll
hot
never
chocolate.
understand.
What?
Like every time I leave Yankee Stadium or Giant
Yeah.
Stadium or anything,
Somebody's
for me-
selling some garbage.
But how are these people selling this shit for $1? You definitely didn't buy it for $1.
Yeah, but you don't want to lose money.
No, but like if somebody bought a case of water, I guess whatever.
Bro,
Case
remember
of
back
water
in
is
it-
$5.
remember-
I was just
Remember
gonna
back in the
say
day,
I'm wrong.
man,
I'm wrong.
You had the people with the shopping carts selling fucking stolen coal pretzels.
Bro, they were ice cold, rock hard.
No, coal. Like they were cooked on coal and then sold in the shopping cart. And like $2.
$5.
$2.
All right, anyway, let's get to some awards. Where are we at? Only 30 minutes. Perfect. All right, so let's start off with Women's Wrestler of the Year.
I mean, it's,
The nominees are Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair, or Rhea Ripley.
Rhea Ripley.
It's Rhea
Yeah.
Ripley,
Rhea
and it's
Ripley,
not
hands down.
Not even
It's not even
close.
close.
Yeah, it's not
even
close.
the New York Post had her as the women's wrestler of the year.
New York Post is putting out fucking.
Oh
awards
yeah,
there?
there was
They have
very
a column.
AEW heavy according to the AEW fans.
Here we go. All right, cool. So that took care of that one. No debate whatsoever there.
None.
Now this one, tag team of the year, FTR, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, or the Young Bucks. That's who the nominees are via Shea.
Young Bucks
I don't think they had more
would
singles
win if,
matches
you know,
than
who,
matches.
who gets hit in the head with a chair in the in the locker room. But
For a worker's perspective,
I'm going FTR.
I'm going FTR as well. And I guess that takes away Payne's vote.
No, I would have went with Jimmy
FT
and
The Usos?
yeah.
Even if they were.
didn't, when they won the belt, they didn't do anything with them. That was it
No,
was
no. Oh, wait, I
flat.
take that back. I meant
Sammy and
Sammy
Kevin?
and Kevin.
Yeah, I mean, but he's to his point.
No,
they-
I know. Yeah, I get it.
They didn't
I
do
get
shit.
Like yeah,
So
they took
winner
the,
by
they
default
took,
is
they took the
FTR
belts
on
off
that
the
one.
Usos, but then
And
after
then they
that,
lost them
it was
rather
like-
quickly.
That's true too. Now, all right, so that's 2 awards. As FTR Tag Team of the Year, Women's Wrestler of the Year is Rhea Ripley. Let's go with Independent Wrestler of the Year. Now we're going to the indies here. There are a lot of nominees. Shay needed some help with
There
this.
should be only 2 names.
Well, the 3 names that we have here are Jacob Fatu,
Of course.
are Danny Moff, and Matt Cardona.
Yeah, so if you do, it's going to be Matt Cardona.
Yeah, it's
no
Cardona.
offense to Danny or Fatu. It's going to be Matt Cardona / Steph DeLander. Because when you have one, you get the other.
That's not a bad point. I just actually have finally completed the interview with Van Vliet.
Yeah.
Cardona as a self promoter,
Dude, he's a genius.
he really is, dude. Like he has, bro. He like made like his first GCW thing where he bled all over the place. He sold patches of his T-shirt on a plaque for like $25, and these
Dude, it's
Neanderthals
nuts.
were like, "Take my money." It's
Yeah.
like, so,
What did he sell for 20? He sold something for 20,000.
I don't know. He's been cleaning up. Obviously does all the self-promoting himself. Had there not been any social media, who knows where the guy would be. But because of the fact there is social media, he's been killing the game. Matt Cardona wins Independent Wrestler of the Year, but to me, I'm biased. My vote will go towards Danny Moff. But again, it's Cardona, and it's a
And
pretty,
it's funny because
pretty good landslide.
Last year when we did that, we picked Mance Warner, who's now with Steph DeLander. So he's starting to promote himself more. So now you're going to start seeing him.
He won Independent Wrestler of the Year last year?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought it was somebody else or something else because we have another category.
Yeah. So you're going to start seeing him more because now he's doing all these vignettes and stuff like that, just like Steph does, Cardona does. So you're going to really see him skyrocket, especially coming in 2024.
Yeah.
But dude, if you really want to be like successful, like you're never gonna get to his level because he's just like the genius of it. He laid out.
But he is giving you the blueprint.
literally laid out the
Yeah.
blueprint of how to do it.
Yep.
Yeah. And
And if you have not watched it and don't watch it, and you're an independent wrestler, you are not giving it your all.
yeah, you're doing yourself a disservice if you don't listen to what he's done
And he
because he,
says
has the
it's a
formula.
grind. He says it's a
No,
grind.
sometimes
'cause
it sucks,
he
bro. He's
says I
flying
took-
3
he's
times a
selling-
weekend.
What did he take a loss on? He made something up and he took a loss on it.
The crowns.
Yeah, the crowns.
He made crowns for the indie god. Nobody
Yeah.
bought it.
Nobody bought
But
it.
he took a massive hit. But for every loss he took,
He made it
he
that
probably
much
got
more.
the Indiana Jones hat that everybody's wearing, and like he gets a fucking indie god.
Bro, he's
thing.
got pins,
Or indie,
wrestling
whatever.
figures.
Yeah,
he had 3 T-shirts for 2 matches at AEW.
That's what he said. He had
that
more.
were top
He
sellers.
said he had more shirts than matches at AEW.
I still want to know what happened with that.
He says this just wasn't called back. And you know what? Not for nothing. That might have been the best decision for him, or the
Yeah.
best thing to happen to him is to not sign with
Yeah,
another
because he'd be
company.
floating around with a fucking red TNT championship belt.
Maybe, right? But maybe he'd get lost in the shuffle. But
Yeah,
now
no,
he's
that's what I'm saying. You get lost in
literally
the shuffle amongst that crap.
yeah, and now he's
Fighting for a
literally main
spot with-
eventing fucking every promotion he's
I mean,
at.
think about it. What's his overhead? He makes 100% out of everything.
Yeah. Well, who's he paying? I know he's paying a social media guy, but that's really it. Like to create reels and shit. I know who it is. You know what I mean? And I'm
Right,
sure
but
he's
then
getting
at that
paid
point,
nice.
it's kind of like, even with what he's paying for that, he's making it back tenfold.
yeah, of course,
Yeah, so
with every
it's-
booking that he gets. But anyway,
He said he's
congratulations.
making more. He
Matt
said he
Cardona.
wasn't going to just divulge the information of how much he made with WWE, but he said he made more.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Bro, if I had to put a number on it and take a wild guess, I would say he made like $300,000 this year.
I want to say that's lowballing it.
I'm trying to lowball it. 'Cause
I'm just saying-
I don't want to sound ridiculous,
Right,
but
but
like
to say that independent wrestler could have maybe made $500,000 on the road, I'd say that's realistic. If he's doing what he's doing, that's
he
not to
probably
me.
makes-
That's not too
He probably makes
far-fetched.
more in merch than he does getting paid by the promotion. But isn't that kind of what?
He says his merch line is always around the corner. It's the
Yeah,
longest
well, we were
one.
witness to it at the premiere.
Yeah, I mean, people were just
They
down the
lined
whole
up before he even got in the building, like
Right.
waiting for his table. So, like, I mean, if you think about it, like, I'm gonna say his ask per appearance is $1,500, and I'm probably lowballing that.
Yeah, considering Ryback used to be $3,000.
So you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
let's say he's $1,500 just to walk in the door, not counting hotel, not counting. He says he pays for his own rent the car, but whatever. That's like what, 2 bills, maybe.
Yeah, and he's probably like some kind of premier member where he gets like
Well, he
discounts
said he's
all
got
over.
all his Delta miles. Like,
Right.
he can do whatever he wants. But if
He
you
said
say
he won't fly Spirit, he said.
But if he
won't do
does
it.
a triple shot, right? Okay, not counting what he's doing Monday through Thursday with his wrestling figures and his the podcast.
you're looking at
numbers.
$4,500 a weekend,
bro. At least
and that's without
That's-
selling one shirt.
that's
Well, just
3
like when
matches.
He did the wrestling showcase. The next night he was at GCW.
with the Premier Championship belt.
Yeah. So
yeah.
Bro, do the math. 5 guys buy 1 shirt.
Which
that's
was on
30
Fight TV.
it was.
What is it, $30 a shirt now?
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Right? So 30
Hey,
times 5 is
combo.
fucking $150 for 5 people when his line is around the building.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So do the math. 100 times 3. That's fucking $3,000 right there just in T-shirts, not counting autographs, pictures.
So there's a good chance
all
that the
other
dude
shit,
makes like
bro.
10 grand a weekend.
That's what I'm saying. 10, 15 grand a
If
weekend.
there's 52 weekends a year, you're looking at $500,000 right
How
there.
you doing?
How you doing?
Yeah.
And he's got free miles. Bastard.
Let's go on. Let's move it on to
What?
And no kids.
and no
Bro,
kids,
no
not yet.
kids. Like,
So
and
here we go.
And he's won half of the champions.
Well, no, she lost.
They lost.
So that's it.
irrelevant. But you know what I'm saying? Like,
So
it's crazy.
an award we gave out last year, because obviously we're going to have Wrestler of the Year. We're also going to have Match of the Year. This award we gave out last year is called Worker of the Year. We did this last year.
That was the one for Mance.
That's why I said I thought he won something else. Worker of the Year is a guy that is either in WWE, AEW, who's not the main fucking guy, but he's the guy that you see every week that is just killing it and you love and you're invested in him because of his work. So we're not talking Roman. We're not talking fucking Brock. We're not talking, the AEW World Heavyweight Champ. We're not even talking MJF. We're talking, here are the nominees that she came up with. This is Shay. LA Knight.
Yep.
Jay Uso.
okay.
Here's a wild card. Probably towards the back end of this year, Swerve Strickland.
See now this is Shay, great list.
Yeah.
Swerve
Very-
came on late.
Yeah, but he's
Very
he's
hard
coming
to-
on strong, man.
Yeah, but you know what though?
He's like that horse is like,
wasn't his fault.
here I come,
Yeah,
around the
but that
corner.
wasn't his fault because he got put into some shitty gimmicks. And I'll say it, even though they were the tag team champion, him and Keith Lee, that was stupid. Then they put him with
Yeah.
those 2 jobbers that got fired. One of them like didn't even produce shit in NXT. The guy from Notre Dame that they thought was going to be the next Brock Lesnar, the tattooed up guy. Then he had the
Who?
I don't even remember his
The
name.
guy who looked like Brock?
Yeah,
And he wasn't from Notre Dame.
they said he played at Notre Dame.
He definitely didn't play at Notre Dame. But
Well,
anyway.
that's whatever gimmick they were
Big
giving.
Irish fan, Dave?
No, I just know that. I know that this guy and what he looked like. He played for like South Florida State or some shit.
Oh,
like
they said Notre Dame.
Some bullshit
Anyway,
fucking school. Anyway,
Swerve got put in those crappy gimmicks. Now he's just taking the ball and run with it. So yeah, he did come off at the tail end of the year. So I guess you could give him a definite honorable mention.
so out of Jay in LA,
I think it's LA.
You got to go LA Knight.
It's got to be LA Knight.
I'm gonna say
Jay already had a body of work there. LA Knight had
Yeah.
to grind from
and
the
that's
ground up.
why this category is called Worker of the Year because of the work he had to put in by himself. LA Knight has
it was after that-
literally
it was-
reinvented himself.
Yeah.
Literally right after that fucking match with Bray. That was that Mania? Was that Mania?
And everybody
No,
kind of
that
laughed
was,
at it. Extreme
that was
Rules.
Rumble?
That wasn't Mania.
Extreme Rules.
where they had the glow in the dark match.
I thought
Yeah.
it was SummerSlam.
and we all thought that Uncle
Howdy was there.
Uncle
Yeah, they
Howdy
had the
was going to
whole-
be fucking his brother Dow.
Bo Dallas.
Bo Dallas.
But yeah, after
I
that,
was about
everybody
to
was
say
looking at that
Dallas
match.
Wyatt.
everybody after that match was like, "Oh man, what a fucking drag that was!" Right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Turns out, obviously, it's the last we saw of Bray, unfortunately, but also it was like LA Knight was like, "The fucking hell with this shit." I'm about to fucking take off. Here we go.
They gave him
Yeah.
a mic. They gave him a mic and let him go.
That's it. That's all you have to do sometimes. That's what they did with The Rock, dude.
Did you get the
Yeah.
picture I sent you guys today?
I don't know.
It was CM Punk at WWE, and LA Knight was one of the security guards separating him from the
Oh, I did see that. I did see
from
that.
whoever was.
I
in
don't
the
know
ring.
if you sent it to me, but I definitely saw that picture. I think Seth Rollins did a tribute to Bray
Yes, he
as
did.
well, which is pretty cool of him to do.
That was at the.
Yeah, the Garden.
yep.
But they had like the Fireflies were out. They were doing the singing of the song, blah blah blah. So it was actually
He
pretty
did it
cool.
to Brody Lee.
Yes. All right.
It's got to be LA Knight.
LA Knight
Yeah.
is the guy. So
J-
let's go.
J2.
And listen, that was tough.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was a lot tougher
tough.
than you thought. Match of the year. I'm interesting list here.
So hold on, it's funny that we did he turned it around from the glow in the dark match or whatever, but literally Swerve did the same thing right after the attempted murder in the barn. He turned it around right after that.
he did.
Right?
Between that and like the almost the cradle robbing of
Yeah,
the kid.
could have did without that.
Like, hey man, I'm here to take you. And it's like, what the fuck am I watching?
Raising
yeah.
Arizona?
Match of the year. Interesting list here, Shay.
Gotta get that dip that high.
Kenny Omega, Will Ospreay at Forbidden Door. Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania 39. Or Gunther, Drew McIntyre, and Sheamus at WrestleMania 39. Those are the nominees for
that
match
triple
of the
threat
year.
match was way better than it should have been.
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Yeah.
I would have said Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay in Japan over Forbidden Door, but their match at Forbidden Door was really good. I think you're gonna have to give it to them.
I'm going to give an honorable mention match because I thought it was a great match. The finish was a little whatever, but the whole match itself was Miz Gunther.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's up there.
I thought
too.
that was no one expected that out of the Miz.
I'm gonna have to go with Kenny and Ospreay though.
I'm going to be the only. You're going Kenny Ospreay. You're going with who?
I'm going to go with that one, Kenny Ospreay.
All right, so that's going to win it. But I'm going to give my vote to Rhea and Charlotte because they fucking killed it.
No, that was,
It
a banger.
was.
That was
It
a
was
banger
great.
too.
Unbelievable. And again, Rhea just continues to prove her worth. And we all think, or at least me and Tommy do, and you do too, that she'll be in the men's Royal Rumble as a competitor to try to fucking
She should.
take out the people.
So you fucks, I don't hate the product. I just hate most of the people that are in it.
Wrestler of the Year. Interesting list. Two champions and somebody
it's not
trying to
Roman.
finish a story.
It's not Roman.
It's not Roman,
Roman, thank
because he's
God.
not around enough to be Wrestler of the
Lock
Year.
Roman.
Here we go. Cody Rhodes, MJF, and Seth Rollins. Now, Seth Rollins obviously reignited the new World Heavyweight Championship on Raw. MJF is the longest reigning AEW champion, is there every week. Cody Rhodes still trying to finish this goddamn story, but he's doing his thing. He's got a feud after feud after feud doing his own thing. Whatever the case may be, he's been killing it.
Got to be Cody.
I'm just surprised Dominic Mysterio's not on that list.
He should be.
Honestly.
He should be up there with Woman Wrestler of the Year.
I would have to. Go
And I
with
would
Cody.
still vote for Rhea.
Hola.
Yeah. Bam. You're going with who?
Cody.
Cody Rhodes? Cody Rhodes. Okay.
Not on the list, is it?
No, I'm not going to say like Brock or Roman or anything like that. No. Feed. No, yeah, right. Him too.
Feed me less.
Internet troll of the year goes to Ryback. No, but
I thought you were going to say Rob.
Hey guys, this is the big guy, Ryback.
Fight Factory host of the year goes to
Tommy.
The draw.
Rob. Wrestler of the year. Damn. I mean, I know it's already Cody because two will outweigh me, but I'll give a nod to MJF because, again, he's there every week. He's doing his thing. He's still the champion. He's literally the top draw of the company, meaning whenever he's on, that's when I'll tune in. When MJF is on the screen, anything he's got going on, I'm like, I gotta see this.
I'm not knocking him though, but how many matches did he have this year?
I don't know, man. Probably
That's
like,
why you can't. It's the same scenario with Roman. You can't put Roman in there because he barely wrestles.
I mean, if you think about it, even if he had, 2 a month, it's 24 matches, it's not enough.
that's
but
my thing. Did he have 2 a month?
I think he did at some point. But anyway, so Cody Rhodes has won the Fight Factory 2023
Because
Wrestler
he's
of the
literally
Year.
there every week.
Who?
Cody.
And he's on multiple shows now. Like he's showing up on
He's
NXT,
involved in
showing up on.
something every single week, and not a knock. I'm a
Did
huge MJF
Did I miss
guy.
something?
Got that?
Didn't Adam Cole and MJF wrestle each other?
Yeah.
How was that not in the top matches? That match was insane.
Yeah, I remember
The
watching
only
that on the
issue
way
that
home.
I had with that was when they had fucking the Kingdom or Ring of Honor faction come out and get involved.
Yeah, that's
Other than
that takes the luster out of it, to be honest.
which I said
Yeah.
they could have
You
did
did
without.
say that when we talked about it.
They
You did
could've
But
say
that
did
match was a
without.
banger.
Yeah, it was. Listen, you can go back on and on and on, and that leads us to Shay's each of you thing, meaning like I'm going to ask you a question and you're going to tell me your thing. Tommy, favorite moment of 2023 of the wrestling world? There's a million moments, but if there's
my
one that
God.
stands out, or if you have to rattle off three, whatever. Like your favorite moment of the year. I'll just fucking straight up say it's The Rock's. For me, it's The Rock's return. I don't think I've ever been more excited as a wrestling fan in years to see this guy come back after all these years of being away. Give me The Rock as my favorite moment and of course he's with the guy that I strive to be like, and that's Pat McAfee. All in one shot. They're all in one fucking segment. And that's why it's, to me, that's where
and
it's
I'm
at.
not, and you know me, I'm not a CM Punk fan. But how do you not have him coming back to WWE after all that shit that went on for all those years?
So that's your favorite moment of the year that you almost missed.
I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to make money.
Yeah.
Just that return was huge because, I mean, everybody always says, they all come back. And you're right. But when Bret Hart came back, was that not huge? When Bret Hart finally came back to WWE.
And that's when Sean hugged him.
Yeah,
and,
that was huge. But just for him coming back, for the fans in WWE that always wanted to see him back there, and that.
Now, let's be honest. They've been chanting his name the entire time he's been gone. Like every fucking event.
And that's
always
not
a
taken
CM
away
Punk chant.
from Randy Orton either. That's why this is tough, because Randy Orton's return was mega huge.
That's
because-
even, to me, it's a bigger physical feat because he was told not to do it again.
And people were saying that he wasn't, that that his back was so bad that he might not actually come back. So
Right.
that was huge too. But Punk coming back, you can't round out 2023 any better than that.
I agree.
Even if they do bring Sasha Banks back,
I think
That would be 2024.
I don't know. I feel like that
come back on SmackDown.
That's
I
2024.
for me it's Orton.
That's your favorite moment of the year? Orton's comeback?
Yeah,
That's fair.
because I've always been a fan of his. Like his fucking when he used to do the old music. Hey, nothing, and then
Yeah,
he used to have the fucking the sparkle, like just like the
the curtain of
Yeah.
pyro, yeah.
I don't know. He's been around there. He's been loyal. He never
And
left.
not for nothing.
Always a top guy.
You can argue now that like even his promos now are better than ever.
Oh, so much better.
You know,
Daddy's back.
Daddy's home, daddy's back, whatever the hell.
Whatever.
But like it captivates
Yeah.
you, and that's why it's so good.
Bro, and I've said this in the past, and this is part of the reason why I have a problem with wrestlers today. He looks like a fucking professional wrestling superstar.
He does.
He's 6'5", 6'6", whatever he is. He's 250. He's jacked again. Like he committed to making the comeback and being a better version than he's ever been. And I got to be honest, in my opinion, without Randy Orton's comeback, I don't think that night feels as big as it was, even though CM Punk's return was tremendous. Because you had one, and then you had another, and it was like, holy shit, can this night get any fucking better? And then Hogan came. No, but I don't know. And then like he got in the ring and didn't fucking miss a beat.
No.
He had more timing, better timing than a collection of wrestlers for the whole entire year of 2023.
Not wrong. Not wrong.
Because I say that's part of the problem now with the developmental, that their timing is just shit. He came back in, hit the fucking power slam on Dom, and then
the DDT thing.
yeah,
the
set
RKO
everybody
from-
up. The RKO was sick. Thought he crippled DJ McNugget, but anyway, I
right.
don't know. To me, that was like
So those are your favorite moments
whole
of
moment of it was
2023.
sick.
So now, Tommy, I'll start with you.
Okay.
Your biggest prediction for 2024. And you can't say AEW goes out of business
No.
because they're not.
No, I don't want them to go out of business, because then where's my material going to be?
Bastard.
I need something to work with here.
I was going to see wrestling for free.
That's a big one too. That'd be nice. I'll just go with the lowest hanging fruit. CM Punk and Cody Rhodes are both going to be champions.
Respective
Lowest
show.
hanging fruit.
It is low hanging fruit, but not a hard prediction. Payne, you got something?
I want to say this, but it's so tough to call because you know how they are with like missing the guy being white hot, LA Knight winning a championship.
Any championship?
No, one of the big ones.
Okay. Not
No specific
That's
one.
a low hanging fruit, but not as low as what yours is. So these are lower.
I think LA Knight's going to win the Intercontinental belt.
Well,
Eventually.
I think that would be a complete letdown considering how big they build them.
Yeah, but you got way too much going on right now with established. Not saying he's not established. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Guys that have been there forever, that are still fucking piping hot, and
You could make that IC title hot to the point where he eventually does win the belt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
that you know what, that could be a moment too. LA Knight not winning winning a belt.
Yeah, that's true too. Prediction. So last year, I mean, I predicted that Cody Rhodes would go and win the Rumble, but that was like that was our Rumble predictions, right? Or
Well,
no,
your prediction was whoever wins the Rumble is not going to win
I
the
did say that.
championship.
I'm pretty good at this stuff. I got two. I got two big predictions, and they're not even anything that anybody's talking about. It's very random. WrestleMania 40 in Philadelphia, the
bomb scare?
The Undertaker wrestles.
Nah, as American Badass though.
As American Badass, the Undertaker comes back and wrestles. Don't know who, don't know why, but that's what's going to happen. Also, that same weekend, our guy, Bam Bam Big O, gets in the Hall of Fame in 2024.
Oh, Triple
in
H.
Philadelphia.
Triple H is in charge of the Hall of Fame now.
So that needs to happen. It's Philadelphia. It's the birthplace of ECW.
I got a prediction for you.
All right.
Matt Cardona, not Zack Ryder. Matt Cardona is
Well,
an
he said
entrant.
he wouldn't come back as Zack Ryder. It has to be Cardona.
Okay, whatever, dude. Shut up. He's in the fucking Rumble.
Oh, you're putting him in the Rumble.
I'm gonna put him in the Rumble.
You know what?
Because when
I'm
I
not
watched
making
that Van
prediction.
Vliet, he didn't say no, but he didn't say yes, and he kind of like
Tiptoed.
it was the only time where when you're a cop, dude, they teach you like pick up on body behavior and people's reactions and how they answer stuff and stuff like that, bro.
It's the truth.
It's a fucking thing, dude. Okay? You could tip your hat by fucking looking left and thinking about a comment or not answering right away or being like, well, you know. Because then you're thinking about, you're processing an answer. When he asked him, he didn't fucking shoot out a no right away or a yes right away.
Right.
So I think that could be a very, I'm going to say 90% he's back.
90% that Matt Cardona returns to the WWE. And that's like that. It's just like magic, folks. That's exactly what it is. It just
I don't know how they found me, Marty.
so anyway.
What the hell?
Will
Back to the future, dude.
do it.
Oh,
For
Marty, I don't know how,
2023,
but they found me.
ladies and gentlemen. We gave out some awards. We gave out some fucking moments. Listen.
And the red steps are on fire.
For anybody who's rocked with us your entire year, thank you. For anybody who's just catching on now, welcome to the party. We got a lot in store for 2024. A lot of fun shit. A lot of news coming through in the wrestling world. Stay tuned for that. And to everybody out there who's a massive wrestling fan, stay true to your teams. Stay true to your fucking wrestlers. Stay true to the companies you support. Support all of professional wrestling. They're all doing their best. It can't, not everything could be fucking WWE booking. We understand that. But anybody out there who's still giving a shit about themselves in the business, keep going.
If you're a sponsor, if you're anybody out there that's got a small business,
Yes.
or a big business,
Yes.
no matter,
Yeah. And you want to sponsor the show?
come on down because we got some big things in the pipeline that we'd like to accomplish.
A pipe loin.
We've talked about 2024 and conquering it.
Yes. So we'll hopefully get Payne to come here more than once every 3 months for in
we need a
studio.
sponsor so we can afford some fucking socks.
Oh wait,
do it.
my shoe came off.
Oh God! All right, we got shoes off. Thank
There's
God
a sock.
Payne didn't show up in his joggers as I thought, or the nut,
I knew he
the
wouldn't
nut
do
hugging. No, all right, first of all, it sounds like you want him to do it. So like,
And
you're
that's
like,
why I didn't.
You're right.
Because this fucking creep.
He didn't have the gishkas to do
no,
it.
he had
You
plenty of
fucking
gish because he just didn't want to
creep.
do it. and
Tommy was in his
please
white
you.
panel van looking out the circle window in the back, seeing if I skipped on in. But my vans, I see stripes.
Yeah. So again, thank you guys for listening, watching, tuning in, supporting the show. For Dave Sturchio, Tommy D, Chris Payne, and of course, producer Shay at home. Thank you guys for tuning in to the Fight Factory. We'll see you guys. Oh God, was I going to do it? I'm going to do it anyway. See you guys next year.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Chase, you still out there? Okay.
Hey!